Oh wow, I was just taking a little nap. What I'm planning on doing here is I'm gonna fix this Thule cargo container up, and I've got a little hole in the top here. Let me show you that. I think it's been weather beaten because we have a cream color here and we've got a white color there. Now, did this used to be white? One way we might be able to tell. So this was covering the paint and it fell off, and yes, this was in fact white. So we have the opportunity now to either keep it cream colored because it actually is pretty uniform, but we can make it white as well. And we have to fix this section here, which is broken slightly. It's cracked. I can see the screen. A lot of people with the cargo containers, they enter maybe a parking garage or a structure and they back in or they go forwards and they damage their cargo container. So they put a big hole in it. Okay, that's a problem. And here's a picture of what the cargo container looks like when it's been all epoxied and painted and coated. And I've actually added a little bit of artistic detail to match the Highlander's paint color, which actually worked out pretty well. So it's kind of a custom job. Hope you appreciate the video. Time for Dream State. Okay, so we got this Thule rack. This is the one that I fixed. Basically, we're just going to change the color of it. We're going to put a little silver stripe. First, we're going to hit it with that primer. I've already sanded this down a little bit, made it a little bit rough of a surface. I've also sanded out this Thule insignia because I actually want that to be all one color. I think it would look kind of badass instead of it standing out a little more subdued and whatnot. We're going to hit this with the silver. I think it looks good. I already did a test on the other side. I also removed the oils and the grease using like white gas, camping gas, but you can use a number of things, any solvent to degrease, which also takes off some of the adhesive crap as well. On this bottom side, I think what I'll do is probably not paint it, obviously, because I would have done this in a completely different way. I would have actually primered the whole thing, and then I would have started taping things off. Regardless, what we're doing right now is we're going to primer this, then we're going to black armor this so it pops, and that'll last for a little while, and I'll have sold it by then. So here we go. You want to use nice smooth strokes, right? Just touching up all these little spots that didn't quite get enough. I picked this particular color because of the close match that it has here. So if I had white, this may turn out a bit lighter, or you'd be able to see the white through it. But now everything will be coated and perfectly clean and clear. And here we go. I'm going to go ahead and let this dry, and I'll come back and continue with that bottle. Okay, here's the big reveal. A little bit of paint bleed down here, but that's fine. So I'll just have to clean up the top. Perhaps I'll paint this spot here. I didn't even think about that. Got a little overspray there. Tape wasn't on. Okay, go pause radio. Check it out. We've got our Thule roof rack. We're going to use some of this. Basic idea is we're going to just hit it with the primer, then we're going to hit it with the black, and I really only want to do this one spot, and then I want to use this on the rest of it all around here. But before I did that, I used this, a solvent, basically to get and degrease everything. So here's what came off. Here, let me just show you how this works. And you want to be careful not to use this on that paint, because it'll come off within a few swipes. So first, let's go ahead and mark this off like we're doing surgery. And after a little bit of that, we're gonna hit it with that matte clear and see what that does. A little more black. Seals, protects, revitalizes, bonds to plastic. No yellowing. It's also UV resistant, so that's actually going to be really good. So we'll try that on top of here, and if that actually looks so good, I may end up doing the entire thing. I want to just see what it does. So we cleaned the cargo container, we wiped it off with solvent, we taped it off, we primered and painted and used paint that also had primer in it. And then we hit it with some UV protect so we don't get this issue coming back very soon.